Welcome to The One Show with Patrick Keelsey.
And Alex Jones. And tonight's show has a little bit of everything. We have a speech from rickshaw rider Ebony that might just make you cry.
Probably, definitely. A report from the team on day 7 of their epic challenge, which will make you all feel proud.
And a guest who is guaranteed to make you smile. It says on his tin he is a big star talking about his big show. So let's give a big welcome to Michael McIntyre!
Great to see you again.
Yay!
And
I forgot that you were with child. It's so exciting.
Well, there you are, you see.
How long have we got?
Coming soon to a cinema near you.
You're blooming. You're blooming. You look amazing.
Well, you've been away, so this is why you don't know. You've been to Australia, you've been to New Zealand touring.
Yeah, I did. I did some gigs in Australia, New Zealand, and I came home.
Hey,
and I'm
good
back,
accent.
and it's all dark and miserable now.
How did they respond to you then? Because they've got a slightly different humour to us, haven't they?
I think it went okay. I hope.
Good.
I don't know how they all know me though, but it was I played big arenas and
well, if you have
exciting.
If you have a look at this, they didn't all know you actually. This is the headline in the New Zealand Herald.
At least I sold it out. Yeah, it really upset them. I think I had a joke that I think went viral. I think it's YouTube. They all came because of one joke I made about trying to leave the house when you've got kids, which is something you're going to be finding out a lot about.
Right, OK.
So they just all came... people just kept shouting at me in the street, "Oh, you're the guy, the kids' jokes. You're the guy. Oh, you finally left the house, mate. Oh, good to see you."
And to be fair, the Vector Arena in Auckland is massive.
Yes, it's like, I don't know, 12,000
it's the only one they have. It's massive.
It's the only arena. But no, I had a great time. I'm back. I have to say the time difference was kind of insane. Have you done it? Have you been that far away?
Yeah, husband's a Kiwi, see?
Oh, of course he is, yeah. It's 12 hours.
Oh, it's
I landed there and had to change my watch 12 hours. I said to the stewardess, but I had to wind it I started winding it to exactly the same place. After 9 hours, I realised my mistake. I started winding it back. I wound my watch 18 hours to get to the same place. Also, I had to keep phoning home in the middle of the night, which is really awkward. Also, I couldn't get to sleep at night because of the jet lag, so I'd have a few drinks for the minibar. I probably shouldn't be saying this. But then I have to phone my kids after school, so for them it's like 4 p.m. For me, it's 4 a.m.
With 4 gin and tonic.
Yeah, which was really weird. I'd be like FaceTime and going, "I love you, Daddy loves you so much. How was school? Sebastian pushed me. I will kill him. Put him on."
Well, you are back on our screens, Michael, with your big show. It's on Saturday, isn't it? 8:10. We'll talk about it all in a second.
We will. Now, if you've been following Team Rickshaw's journey, you'll know that cycling 474 miles is by no means the biggest challenge that our 6 riders have had to cope with in their young lives.
It's been really humbling to hear Andy, Ebony, Olivia, Phoebe, Ross and Salah sharing their story so honestly and so openly with Matt on the road from Jedburgh to London.
It has indeed, and here's what happened on the penultimate day. It's destination Duxford.
On the penultimate day of the Rickshaw Challenge, we're heading from Kings Lynn to Duxford, a total of 60 miles.
Salah's in the saddle and we are hammering it towards Duxford. The idea is to try and get as many miles down as possible because at 2 o'clock we are expecting a vicious headwind, so it's going to hold us up. So Salah's doing everything he can to give us the leeway for later. We're averaging a speed of 14 miles an hour. It's unbelievable. It's hard keeping up with him.
Getting Team Rickshaw from the start to the finish needs a lot of support from the team, working behind the scenes.
It all starts with Paul here in this lead car. The route and everything's in there, so we basically just follow Paul. And then we've got our camera vehicle, Katie. She films everything whilst we're cycling along. We've also got Dan, who films the stuff that's on the ground. There we are. This is the medical vehicle here. Here is Jason, one of the Medibike riders. This is Andy, who's just adjusting Ross's and Ebony's saddle as we speak. And then over to Rickshaw Team Minibus. Ross and Ebony, are you all right, Ebony? Hot tea or chocolate? What have you got in there? Hot chocolate. And the hot chocolate comes from Matt and Joe, who are over there in the food camper. Good to see you. OK, Dan, it's time to get back on the road, my friend.
Ross, who has epilepsy, has to wear a helmet to protect himself from falls when having a seizure. We've seen that this can happen at any time, even whilst in the saddle.
And it didn't get any warnings, any feelings. just comes on.
How frustrating is that for you?
Very frustrating. I can't even do my own things I want to do. I can't go outside by myself. That's the simplest things.
And do you take medication?
Yes, non-stop. I have to live on it. Last time I took it off medication, I just body just collapsed. I was in a wheelchair for 12 weeks.
And what would you say your relationship is with that helmet?
Very good, but can be annoying like in public. Like people staring at us or smirking behind your back. I got bullied all the way through school only because I wore the helmet.
And how do you deal with that?
At the start I was really frustrated and annoyed, but now I've just got used to it.
What do you make of the team rickshaw?
I feel very, very proud.
After almost a week of outrunning the bad weather, just after lunch, our luck runs out as we're hit by a storm.
Headwind, here it is. We were expecting it and now it's arrived. 40 miles an hour. No one said this was going to be easy.
No one. It's really hard.
But despite the wind and the rain, the crowds don't let us down.
What I love about the Rickshaw Challenge is to see how all of our riders seem to grow in confidence, knowing that they've made such a difference to lots of children's lives from the money that they've raised. Also, they've been able to talk about the challenges that they face. Phoebe, you know, she lost her dad a few years ago, and suddenly to come out and to put a lot of what she's been feeling through the pedals and just hit the hills, she's really benefited from doing this. And Andy, without doubt, has been a very, very strong member of our team. But actually, I think he's realised it's all right to be vulnerable. Olivia, for me, is so inspirational because for her, deafness, it's not a problem. It's just the way that she is. And she goes about her business in the best way that she can. Do you know, Ebony gets me every time because it's heartbreaking then. What I'm trying to say is that Ebony doesn't have the time, and the time that she has left, she wants to spread as much happiness as she possibly can. We should all learn from that. The reason that Team Rickshaw are doing this is obvious. It's to raise as much money as possible, and if you would like to donate, here are all of the details. To donate £5, text the word TEAM to 70405. To donate £10, text the word TEAM to 70410. And we're now going to give you the option of donating £20. So to donate £20, text the word TEAM to 70420. Those texts will cost your donation plus your standard network message charge, and all of your donation will go to BBC Children in Need. You must be 16 or over, and please do ask for the Bill Pays permission. For full terms and conditions, or to donate any amount online, go to bbc.co.uk/Pudsey. Thank you.
Listen, we know that £20 is a lot of money, and there's no way that we're saying that £5 or £10 is not enough. In fact, every single penny that you donate helps the lives of children here in the UK. And if you need any proof at all, then it's standing right behind me. It's Team Rickshaw, everyone. And Team Rickshaw have arrived safely here at the Imperial War Museum in Duxford. We literally cycled in about 25 minutes ago. Everybody's been enjoying themselves. Pudsy's in a Spitfire. Pudsy is in a Spitfire back here. I don't know if you can see him. There he is, looking lovely. And Ross, I mean, this is ideal, this place for you, my friend. You love your vehicles, you love your planes. What is your favourite exhibit?
The Gun God.
The Concorde, of course it's the Concorde, of course. And Phoebe, you know, it was very difficult, obviously, you seeing a little bit of the recap there. Very hard indeed. And today's been quite full on for you as well, hasn't it? Is it just because this challenge is coming to an end?
Yeah, I really don't want it to end. I've made so many great friends, so
yeah.
I don't want it to end, really.
Well, we have had an absolute ball, and I've thoroughly enjoyed your company, but we've still got one more ride left to go. But before that, we've actually got a finish line as well, and Olivia is going to be riding the rickshaw over here very shortly, adding to this wonderful collection of vehicles. We might as well bring another one in here, don't you think, Ross?
Yes.
Good. All right, then. Well, why don't you join us very shortly? We've got the band of the RAF as well here, the central band of the RAF. They're going to be helping us with all of the proceedings this evening. But come and see us very shortly.
Well done, guys. In just 24 hours, they're going to be here. They're just going to be pulling up here, so please get behind them. We'll be going back to find out a little bit more a little bit later on in the show.
Yeah, and I mean, Team Rickshaw have done a tremendous job, but I think Matt has done a sterling job.
He's been through the ringer, hasn't
as
he?
well, and without him...
It's okay.
Oh.
No, he really has. He really
it
has.
It wouldn't be the success it is, would it?
No, it wouldn't, and he's putting his heart and soul into it, and that's why we want you to put your heart and soul and match that commitment, please. It's such a long journey, it's such a hard trip, but it's all for such a good cause, so please, dig deep, and when this man comes back here tomorrow, it'll be worthwhile. So, from that...
The big show.
To the big show.
I'm sorry.
It's entertainment. We've got Alex in tears, and now we want you to plug your comedy show.
I don't think we should talk about the show at all.
I mean, let's not talk about the show.
All donate now. Everybody donate at least £20.
Yeah,
It's done an amazing job.
I hadn't seen I hadn't seen that before.
If you guys just want to have a hug, and Michael's got a show that's on the TV on Saturday.
Oh, so it's back anyway, the second series.
For anyone just tuning in, can I explain? I wasn't telling jokes when this started to happen.
So the show is a big variety show, and it's got loads of surprises and special guests. I did it last year.
Yes, you
Send
did.
To all.
Yeah. Oh, yes, you came on. You were
Which
wonderful.
was good fun.
You were wonderful.
It was good fun.
Thank you.
Now, how do you get celebrities to come back on for the second series after the first series goes out and people see what you do to poor people? She's not crying about the opening. She's still crying about the first series of your show.
The prospect of talking to me has not you've reacted well to. Yes, thank you for coming on. You were brilliant. A lot of your texts back were in Welsh, though.
They were. That confused you a bit, didn't
it? But no, it was quite easy to convince people, because it's fun, and we let them know, obviously, after they played to all their friends that it was just a joke, and I think they trust me. Hopefully, we've got Ollie Mers on Saturday doing it. Jamie Oliver did it, which was I have probably my favourite. Really, really funny. And he was such a great sport. And,
well, we're going to have a clip of Ollie. Now, we should explain what Send to All it is in case people didn't see the first series. So basically, you get hold of somebody's mobile, have a little fiddle, and then send a text to some of the contacts in their phone, and then wait for the responses.
Yeah.
Yes.
So all of the contacts. We send a text to everybody in their phone, and they don't know what text I'm going to send.
The architect, the accountant, everybody. Everybody.
I think you had a carpet fitter or something.
Liam Florin, he was a good
Florin,
response,
and your text was that you had a weird crush. We basically texted everyone in your phone you had a crush on them.
Yes.
And Liam Florin, I think it was quite tasty, and some that didn't make the edit. So yes, and also I also had a lot of fun on your phone with your apps, because you had. You had this, I can't remember the name of the app, we probably can't mention it, but we had fun with the apps on the phone.
Did.
And this is what happened when Ollie came on, and I think that's the clip you're going to show.
We are.
I think it is.
You managed to get a taxi driver on stage, unbeknown to him, in front of 2,000 people when you called a car from Ollie's phone. Let's just have a look.
Do you like music? Of course. You like pop music?
Everything.
If I was to say, dear darling, please excuse my writing. I can't stop my hands from shaking. Does that ring any bells with you?
No.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
He's a good sport, Ollie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about the whole thing. I took his phone and he had an app on it, the Uber app, and I just started, you know, filling it in, and I sent it off, and then they said in my ear, the driver is here. So they just sent him on. It was hilarious. And I have to say, that he could be a star on Saturday night.
What was the waiting time on the cab?
It said 4 minutes, and it was 4 minutes on the nose. But I was so busy with sending the text that I forgot he was there. But no, he's a real character as well, that driver. He was fantastic.
And one of the other segments that's absolutely brilliant is Stan in an Unexpected Place, where you play this big trick on somebody.
Yes.
And that idea came, we hear, from a pizza delivery man.
This is the unexpected star of the show, or as you like to call it, star in an unexpected place, which is a brand new idea.
Ring to it.
That's not an idea that had come to me yet until
Star in an unexpected place.
They are, because they're on stage.
We're on the roof of the building. It's Bruce Willis.
Yes, I don't remember that item, but the one we're doing, this unexpected star of the show, is yes, I was doing a corporate event for you. I really love heavily pregnant Alex Jones. Anything can happen. She's gone from tears to the giggles in literally 3 minutes flat. This is a roller coaster of emotion.
I'll pull it together now.
Michael's big show is on this Saturday.
What is that? What happened to me talking about it? Do I not get to talk about it? Is it on?
You do.
Finish the story about the pizza delivery.
Oh, OK. Sorry. What do you want me to do? It's the unexpected...
She's pointing at you and telling you.
Okay.
Just do what she says.
So, yes, this is where a person comes to the theatre and they think they're there for work, but actually they end up performing. And on Saturday, we have a fireman who thinks he's coming to give a fire safety course.
Right.
And quite frankly, he is the best... I mean, I can't tell you how amazing this man performs. He has to deal with the surprise, and I've been listening to him in my car. The edit had given me a tape. He's that spectacular. You don't want to miss him. And we have a lot of fun with him until we give him the surprise.
OK. Well, there we are.
I don't know how you'll react personally. You could be crying or giggling through your tears. Who knows?
No one will. No one will.
It's on at 8:10.
It is on BBC One. Viewers, of course, who also tune in will find out that you're not a fan of the alfresco dining, apparently.
No, but what if you grew all your own food indoors and never had to venture outside to eat ever again? That sounds like a good idea, doesn't it?
Well, Christine's been to meet a woman who aims to do just that.
Last year, I visited a research facility in Yorkshire where they're growing a range of crops using high-tech LED lights instead of sunshine.
They're good.
So we thought we'd challenge a keen gardener to see if they could prepare a meal from food grown entirely inside their own home.
And we're not talking about just a few herbs in a window box.
Sarah Venn from Bristol is a horticulturalist who usually encourages people to grow their own food. And 7 months ago, we set her up with an aquaponic system which grows herbs and vegetables on the top and rears fish on the bottom. The nutrients from the plants provide a natural filter to clean the water for the fish, and the fish waste feeds the plants. And there's plenty of other food that you can attempt to grow inside a house.
So we are going to grow some mushrooms in straw.
The straw container will be kept warm and wet and then stored in a dark place.
So they're going to hopefully fruit out of the sides.
Sarah is also going to plant onions in a tub and grow tomatoes out of plastic bottles.
It's going to have a wick in it, which is going to be made of this shower thing that basically is going to be put into the bottom so that the water will be pulled up through that into the plants. And the benefit of this is that you can go away, leave it alone, not have to worry about it. And also you can grow quite a lot of tomatoes in one of these, which takes up virtually no space whatsoever.
But she's also keen to try more challenging crops like rice.
So it's going to go next to a window in the warmest place in the house where hopefully it will sprout. It's not known to be easy to grow rice in this country, so this is very much an experiment.
And after 2 months, Sarah is starting to get results.
The aquaponics unit is going completely mad, which is brilliant. So we have red-veined kale, coriander, and then basil and parsley. So I think that's really proving to be successful.
The tomatoes and mushrooms are also growing well, but it's not all good news.
So we re-sowed the rice because it failed twice. Obviously it likes to be sitting on the surface of the soil and not underneath it, but also it really does genuinely need to be really, really wet all the time. So it's getting huge amounts of water, and we'll see how it grows.
The fish are also proving to be a challenge, and after a small algal bloom, unfortunately 3 of the 6 of them died. 7 months have now passed since Sarah began her experiment, so it's time to see how she's getting on. And she's invited me round for a homegrown dinner.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi, Christine.
Hi.
Come on in.
Thank you. Well, this looks great. I mean, nothing wrong with the basil.
No, that's been a real success.
And you've got fish, and we've got tomatoes. So what have been the most difficult things to grow?
So the onions were doing really well, and then they got an awful thing of fruit flies. There were thousands of them, so I flung them outside,
right,
and the pigeons got them.
OK, not the best technique in the world.
Not ideal, really, no.
So Sarah's prepared a homegrown fish and vegetable dish that includes some of the salvaged onions, tomatoes and aquaponic grown herbs. But there's an ingredient she's had to bring in.
Unfortunately, our rice didn't work, so we are going to use port.
It's never been a successful crop in the UK, you know. Not enough water, not enough heat, not enough sunshine, but it's great that you had a go.
With everything ready, there's just one thing left to do.
Here we go.
Now that looks very good, Sarah.
It does, doesn't it?
Come on, let's have a try of this fish now. Come on. Yep, nothing wrong with this at all.
No.
So while not all these indoor techniques were successful, it just goes to show that there are homegrown systems that could work for you.
Produce an environmentally friendly, sustainable, cost-effective food that's non-weather dependent. The ideal way forward for the modern city dweller.
I don't know if I'm sold.
Yum. Yum, yum. Has that inspired you, Michael? You looked at that with interest to grow your own vegetables?
No, I do most of those things, yes, at home. That's,
Not indoors,
I have
though.
some fish in a bucket waiting for me.
You know how to live.
My son and I will be fishing for those later. If you want to come round.
You're all right.
And then we're going to play unexpected... What are we going to do? Star in an unexpected place.
Eating fish from a bucket.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, let's go and find out now how Matt and the team are getting on their final overnight stop.
We're good. To be honest, we haven't really moved since you spoke to us last, but very shortly Olivia is going to be bringing the rickshaw into the Imperial War Museum. But first it's speech time, everyone. Yeah, ooh. Oh. And it's Ebony's turn tonight. Now we saw from Ebony's entrance.
That time.
Is it? Okay, well listen, we saw from your entrance last night that you love a bit of pink and sparkly.
It's for my friend.
Yeah, in fact, you had that pink crown glued on your helmet all day long. I'm amazed it stayed on in that wind.
Yeah, it stayed on all right.
OK, well, listen, back to the old pink and sparkly. If you love a bit of glitter, there's only one place to go.
Yeah.
Come on. You excited? Good.
Come on in, Ebony. Come on over here, my darling. And Ebony has asked me to explain that she has a condition called AT, or ataxia telangiectasia.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
When I was little, I could walk and run like everybody else. But as I got older, it started to deteriorate. By the age of 10, I had to use a wheelchair for most things. The hardest thing to know is probably that people with my condition don't really live long lives. My attitude to life is to get on with life and be happy. I'm doing the Victory Challenge to raise money for children in need. I love being outside, so I can have my freedom and feel the wind through my hair. So please dig into your pockets and give what you can to children in need, because they do help change lives.
Come on, let's have a huge round of applause for Ebony. Wasn't that something else? Wasn't that something else?
Yeah, it was. Too right.
Was there enough glitter there for you?
No.
Never enough glitter. All right then. Well, listen, I think it's almost time, don't you, to get the rickshaw in here. Well, before we... Let me just... Hang on, guys. Help me up here. There we are. That's perfect. Right. So, dear, I've got a slight problem with this right hamstring, but I will walk across here as if nothing's wrong. Right. OK, Olivia is gonna bring the rickshaw in, and we've got her family here. We've got Mum, Deborah, we've got Dad, Ian, we've got Ross, and we've also got Keith brothers, and we've got Super Gran Lillian, who we saw in Sunderland. It's lovely to see you again. Now then, we've also got Kat alongside, as Deborah and Ian are also deaf. So, I want to ask you this question, OK? I have thoroughly enjoyed watching your daughter ride along and feed off the energy that is coming off the crowds. Their faces, they're throwing their arms in the air, they're smiling, they love what she's doing, and she's just growing in confidence. What has it been like for you to watch her grow in that way?
I'm so proud of her. She's doing so well. I'm so proud of the whole team. They're all doing so great, aren't they? What do you think, Dad? I'm really happy to see Olivia fitting in with the group. All 6 of them, they're doing such a fantastic, brilliant job. I'm proud of them all. It's been a fantastic week.
It certainly has. It certainly has. And now you are going to watch your daughter cycle the rickshaw into the Imperial War Museum with the help of the Central Band of the RAF under the guidance of Squadron Leader Matt Little. Take it away. We are going to let Olivia have her moment with her family, because we are also going to now give you a Thursday night total. So Team Rickshaw, come over to me. Come over to me. We didn't know this was going to happen, but we're going to give you this on the Thursday with one more day to go. OK, so if you turn your bodies around there, you will see these cadets here. And under the guidance of Squadron Leader Matt Little, let's reveal what you've got so far. Here we go. The total stands at £1,494,914. So as we said, 24 hours to go. Come on, let's get Team Rickshaw over that £2 million mark. Join us tomorrow on The One Show to see how we're getting on, and hopefully we are going to arrive on time, 8:45 on the Children in Need show. But come on, donate if you can, and thank you if you already have. That's all from us here at the Imperial Museum in Duxford. That's the place.
Well done. Let's get them to the £2 million mark. They more than deserve it. Thank you so much, Michael. I'm sorry it's been a bit weird with the crying and
Good luck tomorrow. Good luck to Matt and everyone tomorrow.
Good luck with the show on Saturday, 8:10 on BBC One.
Yes, now our big show is on tomorrow night when the rickshaw finally pulls in here. It comes home for Children in Need. It's fitting that our guests know a thing or two about bicycles. Olympians Laura and Jason Kenny will be here on the sofa. We'll be back, won't we?
We will. We'll see you then.
Bye.